Today, we look at the top 9 must-own players in AFL Fantasy 2025. First up, and we should all know him, it's Bailey Smith. I talk about him pretty much every single video, so I'll keep this short. Bailey missed last season after a poor one before that, so he is coming in crazy discounted. Smith offers potentially over 50 points of value, as we know from the past that he can average over 100. Everyone needs him in their teams. Next is another one you have heard plenty about, and that is Caleb Daniel. He is such a must-have that last year's winner named him as the player everyone needs the most. After a disappointing 2024, he has made a move to the Kangaroos, and in that backline, he will well and truly rack up points. Players like Sheasel, Aaron Hall, and Jack Zibel have had some prolific scoring in this position, and Daniel will also greatly benefit. Like Smith, there is huge value on offer. Finishing off the former Bulldogs trio, we have Jack McRae, who is in very much the same boat as Daniel. He was not given a steady or productive role at the Dogs, and his scores showed this. But now he has been traded to St Kilda, and I think it is almost certain that his role will be better there than it was at the Dogs. I also think it is certain that he will be at least some value. It just depends whether that means 40 points or 15. But either way, he is one we want. He has averaged over 120 before, so to pick him up at this price is incredible. In the backline, there is a duo who we really need. The first of which is Kitty Coleman. If you are wondering about like Mills or Perryman, one of them is a must-have. But because they have the same buy, I don't think we should select both. Therefore, I'm waiting to see who is the better of the two. Back to Coleman, and he is going to provide so much value. In the 2023 finals, he showed us his amazing scoring capabilities, and we were all super keen to get him into our teams the following year. Unfortunately, he missed the season due to injury, but now that means he is coming in even cheaper than before. He's priced under 50 or something stupid like that, and I fully expect him to take the reins from Zorko and produce some great scores. The other defender is Jaden Short, who, if you watched my team reveal, I only just found out didn't have an early buy. Short averaged over 90 for the 3 years before last, including 2022 when he averaged 98. Now he is priced at just 80, and I believe he has more than 10 points of upside here. If Richmond are a struggling side, and that role is all his with Rioli gone, his fantasy game should benefit very heavily. He is currently sitting at 25% ownership, and I only expect that number to rise. I have another pair now, this time from the midfield, but first I ask you all to please subscribe. I spend a fair bit of time making these videos, so please take a second of your time and help me out. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the season starts, and we are getting there. So yeah, please help me out and join this quickly growing community. I really appreciate it. Back to the vid now, and it's Clayton Oliver who we need first in the midfield. Oliver battled injury and some controversy last year, only managing an average of 77 in a struggling Melbourne outfit. We know he is a much better player than that, with the previous 2 years both being ones over 110. When he's good, Clayton Oliver is up there with the best players in the game, and after a big preseason, he will hopefully bounce back even close to his past abilities. An average over 90 is almost certain if he can get this right, and maybe he can even push his numbers far beyond that. The other midfielder I believe we all need is Sam Docherty. Like Oliver, he has dealt with injury, but should be back fit in 2025. He only played one game in the regular season in which he scored 48, but in the 3 years before he averaged around 100, including 2022 when he averaged over 110th. Docherty is a great player, and I don't doubt that he can get back to averaging around or over 100. Right now, he is priced around 75, so that's like 25 points of value, making him a must-own. Some may say this next one is a little iffy, but I have Tristan Xerri. I know he's like crazy expensive in that, but I can't think of two rucks who you'd pick ahead of him. Last year we had a bunch of good mid-priced options, but I don't think this is the case this year. Maybe Tom de Koning is one you go with, but you will still need an expensive option, and that should be Tristan. He's cheaper than Marshall, and I think he will score better. Maybe he's not value, but he is a must-have. In my opinion, anyway. The final must-have is Mateus Philippou, who I have spoken about a bit this preseason. Philippou started off 2024 poorly, averaging 40 in his first 9 games. After this, he was sent back into the VFL, and when he returned, he averaged 106 in a good role. He's coming in priced at 60 and will likely average over 90, so there is value here that can't be passed up. If you can think of any more must-have options, let me know down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, please, and I will see you in the next one.